Those of you who know and watch our videos, you know once we get to a boondocking site, I always like to make a nice welcoming meal. I'm throwing some kielbasa in a pan. I'm boiling some water for egg noodles. I've got a head of cabbage here. I'm going to cut that, and this is what I used for the kielbasa, or smoked sausage. Usually I get kielbasa, but they didn't have it. So I'm going to prepare some haluska. It's a... I can't remember if it's Hungarian or Polish, but it's an ethnic dish, and I'm going to prepare it for the first time. Since I don't have traditional onions, I'm going to use these green scallions to add into our halusky. The reason I'm adding sausage into it is because sometimes we like meat with our meals. We are not vegetarian, although it would be good without meat. I just happen to have this in the fridge, and I thought it would go perfectly with this meal on the side or mixed together or whatever. But I'm going to fry this up real good, waiting on my water to boil so I can throw in my egg noodles. And I'm going to cut up my cabbage, get that started, along with my onions. And again, I'm just using these green scallions here. Isn't that pretty? Oh yeah, check this out. Make sure to put a big clunk of this in there. That's the best part. That's what makes it this dish. Crunchy cabbage. Yum. Cut my cabbage just into real big chunks. Just going to add it here in a couple of minutes when this sausage and onion gets nice and soft. And we're going to cook our cabbage in here while our noodles boil. Look at that. That is going to be good. This is what it looks like now, and I'm getting ready to throw in my cabbage. That water's starting to boil. I haven't even added half of the head of cabbage, but look how full it is. I know it'll cook down a lot, but we have a couple people in the family who don't love cabbage like I do, so I might just put a little bit more and save the rest of this. Actually, it's pretty close to half, but I'll probably use a little bit more and get that cooked down, and I'll show you my noodles when they get put in the pot. Okay, so what I've decided to do was take the rest of the cabbage, add it in here, and then this half I'm going to put in the fridge and save it for another meal because I have beef, and I like making like a ground beef and cabbage with spices and making kind of a little meal out of that with some vegetables or salad or something. So I'm gonna just keep this for later. And in this dish now, we need to, I haven't looked at the recipe. I'm not really going by a recipe. I'm just seeing what all it needs, and I'm doing my own version. But I used this Irish butter, and I'm going to put another plunk of it in there. One more big square of butter, and then I'm going to save the rest for when we put the noodles in there. But as for now, we have pretty much a rolling boil, and we're going to add our wide egg noodles to the boiling pot. Give those a nice little stir and bring that back up to a boil for about 5 or 6 minutes. We want them firm, but not undercooked and not mushy by any means. So we're going to throw them back in this fry pan and mesh everything together and let it fry up. So I'm going to glance at the kind of the recipe, I guess you want to call it, and see where we're at here. I know it needs a little salt, pepper. I've got this blend here of salt, pepper. I'm going to put a nice generous amount. I've already salted my water too for my egg noodles. But yeah, this salt is not going to hurt anything. I like salt. Okay. Wow, that already looks incredible. And I just tossed the cabbage in with the sausage and the butter and the green onions, and I'm just going to let that cook and then let these noodles come to a rapid boil. Like I said, I think 5 minutes, and then we'll see where we're at that time. It should look different than this because I just put this all together just now. Look at that, getting nice and cooked down. The noodles are almost ready in a couple minutes. We're going to mix them together. Going to put them, I only have a cookie sheet. I'll put foil in the bottom of it because it's burned in the middle. But I don't have like a baking pan. So yeah. Alright, I don't have a baking pan, but I have a cookie sheet with sides on it. So I'm going to throw it all in here and throw it in the oven. And then it'll be nice and brown and ready to eat. Well, I've added the egg noodles to the dish. Added another big old chunk of butter. I'm just tossing it in, and as soon as it's all meshed together for a couple of minutes, I'm going to try to get it on this cookie sheet. Doesn't look like it's big enough, but I'm going to do my best. I think I need to correct my pronunciation. I believe it's called Halusky. And now I'm getting ready to transfer it to my cookie sheet, which should be more like a baking dish. This is just before it goes in the oven. I couldn't fit it all in this cookie pan, so I will have to add that and do a second batch like tomorrow or something. But that's okay because I'll just put this in the fridge, and then tomorrow I'll throw it on this baking pan, put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and it'll be like a fresh meal just prepared. Other thing I did was add some more salt and pepper to taste, and I just kind of topped it with it to bake it on, and then when it comes out it shouldn't need any other seasoning. I didn't put any other seasonings in here, just the onion, the sausage, which is bringing a ton of seasoning, and it's bringing a bunch of flavor, and the cabbage with the salt and pepper and butter. In we go. Nice hot oven. I have it to about 300 right now. It didn't say what to put it on. I'm just going to put it on 300, maybe 325, because my oven is, I think they say that the RV ovens cook hotter. I don't know, but we'll see until it gets brown. Here's how the frugal people do it on the side. Is I had some leftover chicken. This is cooked. I had it frozen and then I thawed it out for a day, and it's just seasoned. Carrie and I made it when we were at her house, and she had a ton left over, so I froze it. And now I'm just throwing it into the caramelized butter and onion mix where I made the Halusky mix. And I'm just going to heat this chicken up, and whoever doesn't want the Halusky or Haluska, they can have chicken on the side or whatever, but we'll get that eaten up, and that'll be a nice meal. Now, the leftovers, which I'm going to cook in the oven tomorrow or the next day or whatever, are here. So I had a nice amount left of that. So that'll be another 2 or 3 meals in there. And we like to use everything we have, so I try to just shop, buy what I need, and usually I have certain things that I get for staples that I keep in my cabinet, because we like eating some of the same stuff, you know, regularly. So normally I don't do like this kind of chicken, but it was really, really good, and it was baked or broiled, and it's really going to be good left over with all that flavor. It's also good with the noodles and cabbage if somebody wants to eat both of those. So I'll show you our meal whenever we get it all finished preparing and cooking. I've got the Halusky in the oven. It's probably got about 20 more minutes left, so we'll see you here in a minute. While we're waiting for that to cook, I have invited Carolyn to come over. Well, I invited her earlier, but while we're waiting for that to cook, I wanted to show you something interesting. Ethan, come show them that grass.
Okay.
It's super windy and cold, so.
Look at this grass. It's weird. It's like most grass you can't do this.
Oh, okay.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it bounces back. Like it's got marshmallows or air under it. Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
So strange. It's like that everywhere.
mushier. Or just like
Feels like marshmallows under it, right? It's like that. It's like that everywhere, isn't it? Is it like that all over? Say hi and wave.
hi.
I think it's probably done, so I'm gonna check it. Oh, that looks scrumptious. That's perfect. You could drizzle some more butter over it, but I think we're good on butter. The chicken's ready. The kids are waiting by the door, ready to come and eat. Dinner! Go tell Carolyn to come eat.
Children.
Okay, there's one of the kids' meal. I'm just gonna dish them up. Steve's taking a nap, so I think she and I will eat together and the kids, and then he will eat later. Fancy meeting you here, lady.
Oh yeah, hey lady. Hi. I'm so
Hi.
cold. I have my hoodie on.
Yeah, it's cold outside,
It's
but
so
it's
cold.
hot in here because I've been cooking up a
It's
storm.
nice and toasty.
Good. All right, come have a seat. And
I still gotta.
are you liking it?
I love
Oh, I
it.
love your
Good.
camo. You have a curler. In my hair.
I have camo
I've
on
always
too.
got that curler in my hair.
I have camo on too.
I know camo day. No, camo day.
Cano Dana.
Oh, you're Dana.
It's funny because the workers here, they all wear camo. I fit right in.
They all, yeah, they do.
Isn't that
in
funny?
the South, though. Did you notice it though?
Yeah.
Any made.
So here's the Halusky. And there's some chicken here that I put in there too. So I'm ready to try it.
What's it called?
Halusky.
Oh.
I'm going to try to find the origin of it. I cannot remember, but my friend Spirit had some, and I was like, oh, I have to try that. So thanks, Spirit and Ken, for trying this, because I'm going to try it out myself. Okay, we're going to dig in.
She's got the big chicken bone on her face.
Who,
I
Aubrey?
I caught her in the picture. She
Oh,
went,
Lord. All right, enjoy. This is the next night, and what I did was I took the Halusky and put it in the fridge, bring them out, and then put them on the pan and just bake them for about 20-30 minutes. Well, I also added some Italian sausage beforehand. I cooked some more Italian sausage and cabbage, and I threw that in there, put some more butter, some ghee, and then mix it all together and put it in the oven. So this is also a dish that's good with Italian sausage. I have a couple pieces of the smoked sausage in there with Italian sausage, as well as bacon. I meant to mention that you can do this dish with bacon. So I think I might try that next time because everybody really likes it.